Hello, this is Stacy Eisenbeis, and I am going to go through and show you how to make the pleated masks that you can put a filter in. Okay, so I want to start by telling you when you cut out your material, it's going to be 15 inches long, okay, and 9 inches across is what I normally do. Some of them I do 10. It just depends on the size of the person that's going to be wearing them, really. But 9 is the standard. So this is, of course, a plain fabric, one color. So if you're going to pick something that has a directional pattern on it, for example, this, you're going to have to make sure that you line it up correctly. So you want the 9 inches to be across and the 15 up and down. Okay, does that make sense? Because you want, when you put the mask on, you want to be able to see whatever it is that's on there straight instead of this way or even upside down. Okay, and so what I do is I line it up before I cut and make sure that I'm cutting it in the correct direction, for one thing. And then you're going to take that piece of fabric and you're going to put it in half. Okay, and what we have been doing is, if you can see, is taking a pen or a pencil and marking a straight line across, leaving a 3-inch gap in the middle, because this is ultimately where you're going to be putting that filter in. Okay, so what I do from here is do that. My mom, she likes to pin them right here, and then what I do is I run it through the sewing machine, and I run through and do this piece right here and stop, and then move down and start right here and go across. Okay, and when you get done with that, it will look like this, a little bit like this. But then the next step is that you take that center piece that you just got through sewing like this. Okay, the sewn part is right here, but you're going to flatten out that seam. Okay, I have a little Cricut, the little bitty one, and so I like to use that to do my pressing. And so you press this flat, okay, and here's your little pocket, as you can see right here. Okay, and then you take at each end and you fold it under. Now keep in mind, your right side is inside at this point. Okay, so you take it and you put about a 1/2 inch and go across, and then you do it on the other end as well, and you turn it and make, try to get it as even as you can, because what you're going to do then is, okay, this one is a directional, so I have to look and see which side is up. Okay, which is, this side is the one that's up, this side is the one that you're going to want to show. And so I take this piece, and on the opposite side I turn it over so that the little seam that you flattened out right here goes along the top. Okay, and then press. So then you're pressing these sides down. It just makes it easier when you're doing your sewing. So you press these down, and then you flip it right side out, and it looks like this. Okay, so it's all tucked under. Here's my little slit. Okay, And then you take this piece, just like this, and you start gathering it. And you want the front that does not have the slit to have the pleat going down, okay? So when you're pleating it from the opposite side, it looks like your pleating is going up, but if you look at it on the right side, it's actually going down, okay? So what I do is I take and I pin that like this, okay? So I just take and pleat it, and I stopped doing as many pleats as I was doing just because it was time consuming. I'm doing 2 pleats at this point, and it works out just fine. What I was doing was marking on the side every inch and then pleating it directly at that inch. But honestly, you don't need to do that unless you just want to. And if you do, then what you're gonna need to do is, let's see if I have one. Yes, okay. So this one my mom has already marked. I don't know if you can see it right here, 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 here. So if you start from the bottom of the wrong side that has the seam, okay, and you start at the bottom and you take where that 1 inch mark is, and that's where you're going to do your pleat, okay? And I like to use the side that has the pocket on it towards me because it's easier for me to see. But what I do is I take the 1 inch up to the third one and make that pleat, okay? So whenever you get that going, it's gonna look a little bit like this. See how it's pleated? And then I have one more over here to do. And what I try to do is, this is the side that has the little pocket, okay? And so when I make that last pleat, I try to make the pleat right there at the seam and not go past the seam, okay? Because it'll make it easier for you to be able to get to that pocket if you do it like this, okay? So now that I've gotten the mask all ready to sew, I take the elastic that I have. Let me tell you how long it is real quick so that you'll know what I do with that thing. Here it is. They are 7 inches long, okay? And what I have done is I have taken the headbands, have a small space I'm doing this in. I have the hair bands, and what I have done is taken the metal and cut on this side and this side, and then I hold it together once I do that and cut to where they're even pieces, basically. Not a big deal at all. So then I take the correct side, so the pocket's on this back side, okay? So I'm going to take the front for me, and I'm going to place the elastic. Oop, sorry. I'm going to take and I'm going to place the elastic right inside, and I go in just a little bit, just to right about here. So it's probably about 1/2 inch in. Okay, and I am going to sew it. Let me see if I can get this to work well, because I am a hot mess here. on doing this. So, okay. I think that you'll be able to see, but this is what I do. Sorry for the noise. I take it and go up a little bit, and then I go in reverse all the way back so that I can make sure I catch the elastic inside the material. And I go and I do that just a couple of times. It just depends. And then I sew across. I'm sorry. I know it's jiggling you. I'm sorry about that, but it's connected to the table. Okay, so I go, and as I'm going, I take out the little pins, and then at the end of this one, I think, yes, you can see that part. Okay, so at the very end, you're going to take the other end of the elastic and slide it in about a ½ inch. So then you have this. Make sure that you smooth it out and that you use the correct side, or your little band is going to be all twisted when you go to put it on. So I go all the way down and then back forward. Okay, and then I cut it. Okay, so that leaves you, this is the band that you're going to put around your ear, and this is how it's sewn at the top, and that is what I do to the other side, and then it's done, it's finished. So then you have a complete mask. So let me show you how to do this while I hold it up. Okay, so I take the top end on the side that does not have the pocket. Here's the pocket. Here's the front. This is the top that I'm going to sew with, the top up. So I take the elastic and I slide an end in. I slide an end into that. Okay, so whenever you sew it across right here, you're going to catch that elastic in there. So let me just do this real quick and show you. Oop. Okay, so whenever you get done, then you have a perfect little mask, and what you do is you just put it over your ears, and there you go, you've got it. So some of them might be a little bit loose for people, and some of them might be a little snug. If you're making it for somebody specific, then you can adjust it. Otherwise, just make the way that you can. Okay, so I have 6 and 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so these that I'm making right here, this one is the 10-inch on the side and 15-inch long, and that's because some people have asked me for a little bit bigger ones. The regular size was not working for them, so that's what I did. And if you have any questions, or you would like for me to send you detailed information or get on with you, I would be more than happy to do that. As you can tell, I am still in my pajamas, and it is 8:30 at night because I have been sewing masks all day long. I have a big shipment to get out tomorrow for my friends. So anyway, I hope you have a great night. Bye-bye. Hey, I forgot one thing. So I need to tell you and explain to you how to do the filter, okay? So you have your little pleat right here. I have been getting these filters, okay? I've gotten them at Walmart. They're, I think, $2 or $3 for a pack of 100. And the filter looks like this, okay? So what I do is I twist it and make it look like a cone, because I found that that's really the easiest way to have it go in. Okay, and so from there I slide it in. Okay, slide it in like this, and then you flatten it out. And it takes a minute just to flatten it out a little bit, but it's fine. Okay, and so there you go. Your filter is in place and your mask is ready. Thank you. Bye.